The president of Kazakhstan is on a state visit to China. This is the first visit of Kassym-Jomart Tokayev as the president of Kazakhstan to China. The head of the state met with the head of the office of the Foreign Affairs Steering Committee, Yang Tsi-che. The president of Kazakhstan also attended the 6th opening of the Kazakh-Chinese Business Council. The council was established in April 2013. During this time, the council has become a productive platform for cooperation between the Kazakh and Chinese business communities. At this meeting, 107 commercial documents worth more than $42 billion were approved. We attach particular importance to the relations with China. The entire world knows the achievements made by China in the area of innovative technologies. And this is one of the priority areas in the development of cooperation between our states. We intend to adopt the developments from China, such as big data. Kazakhstan also plans to increase agricultural exports, and we urge investors from China to cooperate with us. The president of Kazakhstan called on Chinese businesses to actively participate in the AIFC. The state visit of Kassym-Jomart Tokayev to China will last for 2 days. Tomorrow, the head of state will visit another city, Hangzhou, where he will meet with leaders of large Chinese companies. Astana Media Week 2019 forum has started in the capital. Representatives of the media industry take part in the event where they display the latest trends in mass media. Advertising experts also share their views. More than 2,000 people have arrived to take part in the event, including the representatives of television and radio, as well as in production studios from Kazakhstan, Turkey, Russia, Belarus, and Uzbekistan. Kazakh and foreign journalists will conduct several master classes and trainings. The forum will last for 3 days, and it is the largest media event during autumn in Central Asia.
Мемлекеттік мүддені халыққа жеткізіп, қоғамдағы өзгерістерге сай көзқарас қалыптастыруда
Media industry plays a crucial role in delivering the state interests and forming the view that is relevant to societal changes. In this regard, the country's mass media has a lot of goals and tasks. This includes involvement of people in complex reforms of the modernization of Kazakhstan's identity program, which was started by the first president and now being continued by the new president. One of the main goals of Astana Media Week is the exchange of opinions and willingness to get to know each other. Thus, there is a wish to develop the country's media industry rooting from one interest instead of developing it from different sides. In addition, the goal is to improve media literacy and media culture.
Көздеген тағы бір мақсаты ел тұрғындарының медиа сауаттылығын арттыру, медиа мәдениетті қалыптастыру.
Kazakhstan will increase volumes of freight traffic through Russia's rivers. Experts forecasted that the bilateral trade turnover between the countries would be increased. The increase in the trade shipment volume would become possible with the entry of the agreement on navigation between the member countries of Eurasian Economic Union. The agreement was signed on February 1st this year in Almaty during the Eurasian Intergovernmental Council session. According to the Union of Transport Workers of Kazakhstan, permit deadlines for passage along Russian waterways will be shortened. According to the Shipping Navigation Agreement, the decisions will be made by authorized bodies. In addition, the decisions have to be made within 10 calendar days. As a result, this procedure has been greatly simplified. Experts pointed out that, first of all, by 2023, the agreement on navigation will increase the volumes of freight transportation along the cross-border Yertis River and Ural-Caspian waters. Based on forecasts, by 2023, the shipment would be raised from 55,000 to 350,000 tons along the Ural-Caspian waters. Transportation between Kazakhstan and Russia along the Yertis River could be increased to 500,000 tons. Moreover, using transit opportunities, the shipment from Russia to China via Kazakhstan would be increased to 500,000 tons. This will give us the opportunity to access the Ob River along the Kara Sea. In the future, 300,000 tons of cargo transportation volume is planned to be shipped to the ports located at the Black and Mediterranean Seas. Today, member countries of the Eurasian Economic Union conduct interstate procedures for the entry of the agreement into force. Religious rituals of Ashura in Iraq's Karbala city ended with a tragedy. At the moment, 31 people were reported dead in the stampede, while more than 100 people sustained injuries. According to the Iranian health minister, the number of death toll is expected to rise due to the large number of critically injured people. The mass stampede happened when the pilgrims rushed towards a religious shrine. Forests are burning in Indonesia. Local authorities have closed schools due to escalation of the situation. Ecologists said that the air pollution has reached a critical level. The number of people with respiratory conditions is increasing in hospitals. Local firefighters have been dosing the flames for several weeks. More than 9,000 military, police and disaster agency personnel, as well as over 30 helicopters. More than 9,000 military, police and disaster agency personnel, as well as over 30 helicopters are involved in the fight against the fires. The Italian Senate has supported the new government led by Giuseppe Conte. The new coalition clinched the Senate vote by 169 to 133. The result effectively gives Conte an 8-seat majority in the 321-seat chamber. The coalition government was formed by the Five Star Movement and Centre-Left Democratic Party. The Italian government was dissolved on August 5th. The political crisis was caused by disagreements between the far-right League and the Five Star Movement. Meat producers in Kyrgyzstan are capturing new markets. Beef and mutton are being exported not only to the neighboring countries but also to the Middle East. For example, this meat will be on the shelves of supermarkets in Dubai in 48 hours. This is the first meat supply from Kyrgyzstan to the UAE. Mutton and beef are being tested in 4 stages. Only one facility has received permission to export the meat products.
У нас есть сертификат халал.
We have a halal certification from the Ministry of Economy by the Center for Standardization in conjunction with the Spiritual Administration of Muslims, which is recognized by the SNP World Organization. The UAE recognized our halal certification.
Эмираты признали наш халал сертификат.
The meat from the southern regions of Kyrgyzstan is also of good quality. It is exported to the neighboring country, Uzbekistan. According to the agreement, we must supply 5,000 heads of cattle and 2,000 heads of small cattle every month. Bishkek will host Save the Snow Leopard International Charity Run on September 15th, with the largest competition prize in Central Asia. Professional athletes from 20 countries will take part in the event, as well as the public. Each runner will be given a commemorative medal. 50% of the entry fees will be allocated to the Secretariat of the Global Snow Leopard Conservation Program for the purchase of camera traps.
Прорабатываем вопрос определения проектной территории, это вот Алато, хребет Алато, включая Аларча, западный.
We are working on the issues of determining the project area. This is the territory of Alato Ridge, including the Ala Archa Nature Reserve. The contribution from the nomad sports in the purchase of the camera traps will be sufficient to fix the biodiversity of the territory. Therefore, we will gather and create a database.
Всю живность, скажем, само биоразнообразие на той территории, тем самым у нас будет соответствующая база данных.
Snow leopard has the status of rare and endangered species in all countries of its habitat. The hunting of the snow leopard is strictly forbidden. The animal is included into the list of International Red Book, Red List of Threatened Species, as well as Red Books of Kazakhstan and Kyrgyzstan. Astana IT University has started operating in the capital, where students major in artificial intelligence, cybersecurity and big data. The university intends to become leading personnel forged for the Digital Kazakhstan State program. This year, nearly 600 students began to study in the university. One of them is young Kazakh developer Ivan Kripak. He chose to study in Kazakhstan despite having invitations to study in leading universities in Russia, the United States and Canada. After gaining the necessary knowledge, the student plans to launch his own startup in the field of cybersecurity.
Когда я был маленький, мне было лет 5 или 6, Я уже определился с профессией, я понял то, что хочу.
When I was 5 or 6 years old, I already chose the profession. I realized that I want to become an expert in the field of cybersecurity. I imagined that I create some projects that protect the system and finds vulnerabilities. I am glad that I have the opportunity to receive knowledge here. My goal is to become a high-class specialist. The program is practically oriented. There is minimum theory and maximum practice.
Стать специалистом высокого класса. Программа, она практикоориентированная, то есть минимум теории, максимум практики.
Bachelor students study in English for 3 years. The teachers are leading foreign and Kazakh specialists. The university pays great attention to international cooperation.
У нас есть соглашенность меморандум Дортмундский университет Германии.
We signed a memorandum of agreement with the University of Dortmund in Germany. It is the leader in digital transformation in Europe. Next year, we plan to provide a master's program in digital development and digital transformation. Our focus lies beyond bachelor programs since we want to give education services for the top management and IT companies. In fact, digital transformation is necessary absolutely for every industry. Students take up the most recent and popular majors: cryptography, robotics, computer science, big data, digital forensics, and many others.
Data Science – это направление, то есть в основе которого лежат обработка данных, то есть все.
Data science is an area which is based on data processing. It is common that today there is a lot of data for almost all resources. Our students will be involved in big data and algorithms of machine learning. In the upcoming 3 to 5 years, the demand for our graduates will be huge. The location of the university is specifically chosen on the territory of Expo. Due to the location, the students will be able to develop their startups in the ecosystem with Astana Hub. In the Year of Youth, more than 1,000 young people in eastern Kazakhstan have undergone trainings as part of the Young Entrepreneur Project. Nearly 900 of these young people have presented their business plans and applied for grants. As part of the project, a tailoring enterprise will be opened soon in Semey that will sew covers for vehicles. Strawberries will also be grown in hydroponics in the region. In addition, language and computer classes are also one of the business projects introduced by the young people in the region.
Я участвовал для того, чтобы в будущем открыть свой независимый
I took part in the program in order to start a business in the future. I want to improve my skills, gain the experience and learn from it. At the moment, everyone is switching into IT, which is all about computers, websites and the internet. I plan to start my business in computers and technologies.
компьютеров, технологий в таком вот направлении.
Kazakh travelers plan to host an international Silk Road expedition, which will take place in 5 countries next year. In addition to Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan and Uzbekistan, the new tourism route is also expected to cover Tajikistan and the Chinese province of Xinjiang. The event was announced at a press conference dedicated to the results of the Silk Road, the Path of Dialogue expedition. The trip has started on August 20th in Almaty. The tour includes the travel bloggers, tour operators, journalists, and members of the crew. The team traveled over 4,000 kilometers, covering the nature reserves, historical and holy monuments, as well as the famous ancient cities located along the caravan routes.
Я думаю, каждый по своей части
I think everyone was able to shoot what they needed and collect all the necessary information. As directors and guides of the expedition, we collected all the necessary data, photo and video materials, updated the infrastructure data for the Kazakhstan regions, and also recorded the GPS track of the expedition's route. At the moment, we are working on developing recommendations of routes for the objects of the visited places.
по отработке рекомендаций по маршрутам и объектам посещаемых мест.
Speaker said that all the collected information will be transferred to domestic travel agencies and tour operators from the neighboring countries in order to develop new offers and cross-border routes.
И на сегодняшний день
Шелковый путь – это один из наиболее популярных туристов.
Currently, the Silk Road is one of the most popular tourist brands in the world. Interest for it is great and it is constantly growing. Thus, in fact, having giant markets nearby that have been generating the Silk Road for millennia, it's hard not to take advantage of showing Kazakhstan and Central Asia. There were trade and an exchange of ideologies. Therefore, the concept of the path that we offer is the most interesting now.
Были этим путем. Именно здесь происходили и обмены, и торговля, и обмен, в том числе идеологиями. И, соответственно, вот концепция пути, которую мы предлагаем, она сегодня наиболее интересна.